I was contacted by Commander Techeron, the Imperial guy I was always running into trouble with over the last few weeks. It seemed he wanted to talk to me, but in Imperial space. I was requested to go to the Malekudi system. This is the home of an Imperial faction called the Ninth Legion. The Imperials seem to like their military titles. Some of my friends were quite concerned for my safety, being a federal citizen, but I wanted to see the Empire for myself, and it didn't disappoint. No matter what you say about them, the Imperials have style. I saw two of their huge, majestic class capital ships. They're nearly 2 kilometres long, smooth and bright white paintwork. We don't have anything that elegant in the Federation. It seems that flair is just as important as function in the Empire, perhaps more so. Techeron had a plan to catch White Wyvern. Techeron had been developing a relationship with him, a rapport, I suppose, enough that White Wyvern would talk to him. Techeron was confident he could broker a deal. My friends and I could provide some support. Well, the support was to fly to the Zibal system, where some rogue Federation group was supposed to be causing problems. It seemed White Wyvern couldn't enter the system due to this group. Techeron was asking us to remove them. I think you know what I mean. Was this a ploy to get my friends and I to do Imperial dirty work for them? Was Techeron on the level? Did he really have a relationship with White Wyvern? I wasn't sure, and neither were my friends, and some were very unhappy about the potential ramifications. We got there, and the faction we were going to attack was called the Zibal Green Party. The whole system was a mess, an anarchy. A war had just concluded, but the Green Party had won, and they were supposedly democratic. Were they really the good guys? It was so confusing. I was desperate for news, but at what cost? Could I really sanction an attack on these people on the chance that Techeron could find out information from White Wyvern? Wouldn't that make me the same as those who shot down my family's Anaconda? I couldn't do it. I called off the attack. I told Techeron to tell White Wyvern that I wasn't going to murder for him. The answer came back soon enough. I don't know if it was a test. Maybe it was. We were asked to interdict the Green Party ships without destroying them, which I was happy to do, and that made them flee, and White Wyvern declared he was satisfied. Techeron went to meet him, and I was telepresenced aboard Techeron's ship when he rendezvoused with White Wyvern. Then White Wyvern pulled his own stunt. He ejected a Thargoid probe and scanned it, and this let off some kind of EMP, which disabled Techeron's ship and made him crash. White Wyvern was running again. But he'd underestimated the rest of us. Me, Techeron, and Commanders Cecil, Yaganshi and Hans Vold were able to catch him above the planet. We forced him down at gunpoint. At least Techeron was telling the truth. And White Wyvern did have something. A code he'd intercepted. He broadcast it to us. It's attached here. What does it mean?
And good evening, Commanders. Ooh, my volume's a little bit high. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, welcome back to Elite Retribution. Welcome back to Elite Retribution. Lovely to have you all on the stream tonight. Oh, I've already got a contact. Wow, looks like it's the famous Sassia Bianchi. Now, Sassia is in the HIP 18187 system. And who was that from? I've lost it. Yeah. Too many messages. I hate this user interface sometimes. Anyway, there we are. Good evening, my friends. Good evening. Oh, there we go. Not sure. That's all happening. There we are. That's repeated. Not sure about famous. Who are you? Anyway, so Sassia is following a clue now. Because of you amazing code breakers, we were able to figure out what the code was, and it led to this location, which is the HIP 18187 system, which is where we are tonight. So Sassia is having a look around in the system to see if there's anything interesting. So there we are. That's where we are, on the surface of one of the moons. So Odium Toribus is in touch here. Not sure about famous. Who are you? Never mind, let's just say I've come a long way to find you. That doesn't sound at all menacing. What do you want? Anyway, so good evening, Commanders, and welcome to Elite Recommendations. This is episode 8. Can you believe this is episode 8 already? So, well done. Odium Toribus says, it's not me, it's someone else is interested in you. Okay. Well, obvious question, what do they want? Flying along some atmospheric looking canyons here on this moon, which is truly nice. Is it new player friendly? Yes, everybody's entitled to join. Sassia has only been playing for literally a few hours in game time. I hope they don't want any eggs. No, let's hope they don't want any eggs. And what do they want? Just a little notification I suppose. The feds were supposed to do this properly, but they royally screwed it up and it's causing a stir. Feds? Okay. Do what? Exactly. Your Anaconda. It was their job to, well, you know, deal with it. Whoa, scan detected. Okay, what's going on? Deal with it? You mean destroy it? Looks like I'm going to buy it tomorrow. Oh well, anyway, I hope we're selling the game for you. A bit of a learning curve, but the community is the best. Yes, yes, the Elite Dangerous community is fantastic. Okay, so Sassia's getting a very curious message here. Guess so, loose ends. And Ms. Gray doesn't like loose ends. That's why I'm here. It's worth a packet to me. You're not making any sense. Who is Miss Gray? Well, some of us are good, yes. Most of the community's all right. Very dangerous Drew running out. Well, Drew's okay. It's Sassia that's the problem. Okay, I've got a few contacts on the scanner, but those are hello. It's called bounty hunting. You're the loose end. Nothing personal, but it's time for the end of your story, Bianchi. I don't like the sound of that. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got a player closing. Whoa! I'm under attack. Okay, I might need some help here, guys. Right. Very quickly. Right, switching to red mode. Come and help me, guys. Hans V. Voldendamp in a wing. Brilliant, there we go. I'm going to try and evade. Looks like an Imperial Eagle, mostly harmless, so this isn't hopefully too much of a problem, but Draco Notori, I've been here as well, intercepting comms. Do not have a combat ship. Okay, I'm going to try and... let's get the weapons out. Whoa, watch out for the ground. Okay. Let's see how he copes with this then. Where is he? There he is. Gotcha, have some of that. Okay. Whoa! Ow, we ripped each other's shields off. Alright, I'm going to run again. See if I can get those shields up. Pips to shields, yep. I can see somebody else here. There's a Kestrel. Commander Epaphras is here. Excellent. What's... oh, he's gone. Where's he gone? Commander... I'm out of range now. Pit management. Fadinators. I can't even. I'm now thrusting towards where he was. I can see Commander Epaphras. I can't see the other ship. Is it there? Oh, there it is. There. He's. What's he doing? There he is. My shields are back. He's trying to run. 33%. Is he? Oh, he's gone. One jump away, Sassia, stay alive. It looks like we got him. I think Commander Epaphras killed him. Thank you very much for the rescue, Commander Apaphus. Yes, looks like there's... I don't think he got out. Can Commander Apaphus confirm? Ooh. That was close. Commander Apaphus looks like he has a crate. So, is that a crate? Yeah, crate Mark 2. Well done, anyway. Woo! So, what was all that about? Looks like Hans just arrived, so thank you very much, Commander Apaphus. I've got to say thanks. Thank you, Commander. Did you get him? I tried to take out their FSD. It seems I hit something and blew them up. Okay, so it looks like whoever that was has been killed. Well, I guess we got to use the red alert for the first time. That was cool. Okay. Wow. Hans is here now. Okay. For coming to my defence. That's all right. So Canyon Patrol, they wanted to start an illegal race and Sassia was in the way. Maybe, I don't know. Well, what was he saying? He was saying the Commander Techeron is here now. Commander Bianchi, it is I, your savior from last week. I have interrupted my business at the Galactic Summit to observe your actions. As soon as I have entered my ship, over 200 unread messages popped up. They are all from White Wyvern. He's very unhappy. We did cause White Wyvern quite a lot of trouble last week. Okay, so now this was... What did he say? Let's just go back and have a quick read. I think we've killed him, so... Odium toribus. We haven't come across an Odium toribus before, have we? And okay, so the feds, he said, just a little notification, I guess that means. I suppose the feds were supposed to do this properly, but they royally screwed it up and it's causing a stir. Your Anaconda, it was their job to, well, deal with it. And Miss Grey doesn't like loose ends. Who's Miss Grey? Yes, I should end the red alert, really, shouldn't I? That's okay, good suggestion. Just in case. There we go. Switch back to condition green. Good point. It's called bounty hunting. So that was an assassin. You're the loose end. Nothing personal, but it's time for the end of your story, Bianchi. So that was an assassin. Not a very good assassin, as it turned out. Kind of underestimated that he might be attacked by friends of Sassia, but had she been further alone, that would have gone badly. So there's questions there. That's interesting. Now, Sassia was also contacted during the at the end of that thing, after the code was decrypted, by a certain Commander Kamakichi, who claims to potentially know something about the Anaconda as well. So, unless anybody knows anything else about this other guy, Odium toribus and Miss Grey or the Federation here. I don't know. We're going to have a think about that. 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. Let's say hello to Techeron. So if Kamakichi wants to let me get in contact, then please do. I don't know where Sassia needs to make contact with him. So that's what we need to have a look at there as well. Right, Commander Techeron, White Wyvern caused me more than enough problems. Lenosaur is always trying. Right, I've just survived an assassination attempt. This really isn't a good time. He's very polite though, I do like him. Oh hello, look at that, White Wyvern has come online now, fancy that. Kamakichi, here we go. Salute, Commander Sassia. We will be waiting for you at the Carthage systems once you finish your business. Well, I think Sassia would kind of like to get out of here. She's not very fond of this system at the moment. Now, she was led to the system by White Wyvern, and there was an assassin in the system, so that needs thinking about. I am on my way. Right, but let's go, in this case, let's go to the Carthage system, because that's where Kamakichi is. Very well, says Lenar Sorn. We must talk to Lenar Sorn at some point. We must do this, because that's important. But in this case, I've just realised I've got my guns pointing at Commander Aphafus. That's not very nice. Let's put those away before Sassia accidentally pulls the trigger. Odium Toribus is hatred traveller in Latin. A very old language, says Aussie G. Okay. It all leads back to White Wyvern again. It was a setup. Well, it sounds like it was a setup, doesn't it? We were sent to this system where there was an assassin waiting, so that doesn't sound very happy. Right. So was that guy telling the truth about federal involvement? If you're going to point a loaded gun at someone, a chuckle helps. Well, there's the canyon we were flying through. It looks quite weird from up here. Right, we need to go to the Carthage system, which sounds very Latin as well, actually. Let's go over there and see what's going on. Where is Carthage? It's not too far away. Good. Okay. How many jumps is that? 3 jumps, so it's not going to take us very far. Right, everybody head to the Carthage system then in that case. Yes, pull the pin and get out of there. I think that's a good idea. Where is the planet? I bet you it's obscured by the surface, because it always is. Yeah, there it is, down there. I'm going to have to supercruise it away a little bit. And Sassia's ship is a little bit damaged. I think that was when the shields went down. Or is it Greek? Is it Greek? Carthage is Greek, yeah. Or Toribus is Latin, yeah. SPF 4H almost made it to the fight. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate everybody who came to Sassia's defence there. That was good. So, someone has placed a bounty on you, Sassia. You can bet there'll be more. Yeah. So that is a danger. It sounds like from that somebody. Well, at least we've got a name now, Miss Grey. Who could Miss Grey be? She sounds like she is perhaps behind the assassination? I don't know. Miss Grey. And she doesn't like loose ends, and Sassia is a loose end. So it sounds like, well, we know somebody wanted the family dead, because Dorian Gray's wife. Excellent idea, yeah. Dorian Gray's wife. It was an eagle this time. Will Sassia be so lucky? Yeah, so an eagle isn't fortunately too fierce an adversary, but she certainly couldn't outrun it even in the Cobra. Carthage was in Tunisia, where Hannibal came from. Okay, so is there some sort of weird Latin Greek connection going on here? Miss Grey sounds very boring. Well, maybe she wants to be that way. And what do you make of it? The feds were supposed to do this properly. That's the feds. We haven't. Well, we know there was a federal ship there. Let's switch to the scanners. We knew that there was a federal ship. What's we're going to have to investigate the. Well, I mean, we're going to the Empire again here. I think Carthage is an imperial system. Why is my hyperspace map cut out? Let's try that again. It's jumping me. What happened there? Did I think I jumped the wrong way somehow? Not quite sure what I did wrong there. I'm heading. You are heading for the Carthage system. My current HQ and my fleet carrier is located there, says Techeron. So. Yeah, we know the Empire, yes. Don't trust anyone, you need to align with the Thargoids. Well, there is that Thargoid connection with the caustic damage. So maybe Kamakichi's got a clue. That's I just realised I've gone the wrong way somehow with that jump. heading for the Carthage system. Don't trust anyone. Yeah. Thank you for the cheer there, Kelly Bay Boa. Much appreciated. Okay, so let's get this right this time. Lavinia's Legion, you will be in safe hands. Good. Okay. The Empire does seem friendly at the moment. And please don't touch it. I will steer clear. He probably doesn't want any sort of trouble near his fleet carrier, which I can understand. They're expensive things. There's a capital ship here, says Colonel Villy. I haven't got to the system yet. So is the Federation involved here? Who is Miss Grey? And so we need to investigate the Federation at some point. And we went to Mars High. Do you remember? We went to Mars High and they said Patrius and Sassia's father had been talking at some point in the past. We need to shed more light on that as well. Commander Bianchi, my name is Commander Zach, Captain of the HMS Attack of the Royal Navy of Pi Mensire. For quite some time, but again, I've been unable to assist you to being in dry dock for a refit. It's now completed, so should you need the assistance of a fully armed warship, you need only ask. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. I hope not to start a war, but I will bear that in mind. Okay, so Sassia can expect more attacks, I think. So it's probably going to be a good idea for her to be in a wing, at least at the moment. White Wyvern wants my death as much as yours now. He bombs me with insults. White Wyvern wants my death as much as yours now. He bombs me with insults, even I have never heard before. I guess this is the end of me gaining information from him for you, but I guess his story's over now anyways. I don't know. We need to wing up so that we can meet up in the same parallel dimension. Yes, that's very important in the universe of Elite Dangerous. Speaking of Greek, Patrius is a Greek name as well. Yes, we haven't. Where is the other 99% tours? We need a mediocre holiday. We haven't heard from them for a couple of weeks. There's the Carthage system. Okay, so let me see if I can send Commander Kamakichi a wing request. Have I busted the? There we go. Invite to wing. There we go. Oh, Commander in wing already. Okay. Hands, then I may have to drop the wing with you so I can wing up with Commander Kamakichi. So apologies, but thank you very much for your assistance. It was very much appreciated. So I'm going to leave the wing there, and once that's gone, then Kamakichi can wing me into whatever's going on in that system as I jump into Carthage. There we go. Wing Dracor Neotori, that's me. There we go. That's where Raxler is, isn't it? Wyvern was lucky Sassia didn't send him to the void. Well, we could have killed him off. Maybe we should have done. I suppose the thing with White Wyvern is you just never know, do you? He's been there right since the start, actually. And he's clearly involved in some way. Whether he knows more than we've already found out, I don't know. He claimed not to. I don't think we can trust him very far because he's proved to be quite a slippery chap. But he wasn't a murderer. We've got to give him that. He wasn't a murderer. Right, there's quite a lot of commanders here, which is always nice to see. Oh, the wing invite failed because he's in another wing. Sorry about that, Hans. Well, let's see how many. I've just had a wing invite. Let's see how many. See, he's got a full wing. Maybe that's the problem. So I'm now in a wing with a few other folks now. So that's good. Because that's the only problem. Okay, well, we're meeting at my carrier, the LLV Akagi. Okay. Can I see that on the system map? Hopefully. Okay. Oh, there's lots of fleet. There's fleet carriers everywhere nowadays. Which one is the Akagi? There it is. Okay. so let's get to the Akagi. Wasn't he a murderer, but he would have had you murder on his behalf? Well, I suppose, yes, that's a good point, actually. He was prepared for me to murder on his behalf, but he didn't like doing things like that himself, did he? Lots of LLV carriers. There was a management buyout on the other 99 tours, I think. Let's hope we get to see him. That would be quite cool. I can see lots of other commanders here, which is nice. Okay. Flying around in Super Cruise. So I have here in the wing Kamakichi 9, Emily Chambers, and St Michael. I think St Michael or Makai. Not sure. Is it Michael or Makai? It looks like a Makai actually. So we'll find out. Legion ships names start with LLV. Okay. Saint, I have heard a great deal about you from Kamakichi. Welcome to. Ah, there we go. Let me just get into here before I answer some more messages. Otherwise, Sassia is going to do yet another one of her famous loops of shame. It is Michael. Okay, St. Michael. The Akagi seems to be quite a low orbit there, actually. So let's roll in there. It's looking good. Perhaps he wanted you to murder to put more of a price on your head. Could be. But somebody clearly still wants Sassia dead. And I think, didn't Wyvern say that last week? Didn't he say that Sassia ought to watch out? Something like that. Somebody might know, can remember all that. Right, here we go. We're now in space. Right, let's just catch up with these messages. Okay, Saint, I have heard a great deal about you from Kamakichi here. Welcome. I am a bit shaken. Yeah, okay. I think it's. I've ordered to decline any docking request on my carrier. Just in case your followers decide to raid it, I will try to make them behave. Be nice to Techeron, everybody. Be nice to Techeron. Thank you, Emily. There we are. You'll be safe here. The system is the capital of the Legion. Okay, so tell me more about this Legion then, because Sassia doesn't know. Tell me more about this Legion. Right, now Sassia ought to set down because she does have some damage, which I think it would be a good idea to repair. So let's do that first. Mission granted. Pad 30. Where's the pads? Oh, they're on the other side. Okay. There's pad 13 there. Few commanders hanging around here, which is cool. Always nice to see. I'll just get down and do some repairs. Okay, so landing gear. Please double check your landing gear. Sorry about that, old chap. I do love some of the accents here. They're very good. Right, so Sassia's ship is fixed. That's good. That's good. Sassia's got a very bad memory, as you said. She's only been playing for a couple of hours. Yeah, so well, I suppose a few days. I mean, it's difficult to measure time in the Elite Dangerous universe, isn't it? So if Sassia had a bounty on the head for murder, then if he was killed, everyone would think that the reason and not the suspect that someone had a contract on it. Yeah, I suppose that's a good point, Blue Ganymede. Be nice to Imperials is to shoot on sight, says Duplex. Hey, hang on, A1100 Sunny Smith. Hello, Drew. The Commander Sunshine of the other 99% tours. Hopefully I'll be able to join up for the seats half an hour. Got to get home from work to my second job as a galactic tour guide. Excellent. Well, hopefully we'll see the tour at some point in the future. That's awesome. We are the Emperor's personal legion. We control 33 systems in the Imperial Court. Wow, okay, so this is Arissa's personal kind of people. So what can the Emperor's Legion do for you? You are awfully far from Federation space. I am searching for answers. My family was killed aboard an Anaconda in the Coon system. And it seems perhaps that the Empire, the Federation, and maybe even the Thargoids were involved. You're blessed when the Legion was with you. I hope so. I'm on my way. I will land immediately upon arrival, says Draconator. Okay, so right. Sassia's just going to take off actually and just hover here for a moment because I want to see who else is here, because it's always nice to just name check a few commanders on the scanners. Let's just do that. So we have Commander Barutin. We have Commander Spider 461, Commander Ellie Adolan, an NPC. We have Commander Danelius Viridius, and we have obviously the carrier itself, and I can see the wing out there as well. So that's great. Okay, so other instances. Okay, yeah, that's always a problem. That is always a problem. How unfortunate. Well, dealing with Xeno and Federal menace is what we do best. So I called you here to show you some interesting goods that your father has been transporting prior to the murder. Wow. Okay, and perhaps Kamakichi can may shed some light on this attack. Okay. Transporting? What sort of things? There's Commander Kamakichi straight in front of me with a Imperial cutter. Okay, so all right. Transport. So, and how do you know that? And how do you know what my father was transporting? Because we discovered that Sassia's father wasn't quite who he claimed to be. He was supposed to be a low-level sort of administrative clerk on in Tau Ceti, but he was well known at Mars High and seemed to be rubbing shoulders with senior federal types. So, okay. Agnes Nutter says, "Cave carnum, Commander Bianchi, even if of noble breed." Well, that's good advice. A little bit of Latin for you there. And even the Thargoids were involved. I think counselling is what she needs. Yes, hook her up with the shrinks and cereal. She's been through a lot, Sassia. You've got to give her some credit for that. She's been through a lot. Enderboy says, "I never thought I would catch Drew Eggy." Well, welcome. You have found me. I'm here. Mr. Hudson has been briefed on your existence. I don't like the sound of that. Emily Chambers says, "Hello, Commander. My name is Emily Chambers. I am a Centurion of Lavigny. How do you pronounce this? Lavigny Legion. I trust your journey here is safe." Not really. Somebody tried to assassinate me. Which isn't friendly, basically. Who's this here? This is another commander. That's Commander Barutin, and Kamakichi is over there. There's another ship. There's quite a few ships hanging around here. Okay, that was Kamakichi. I've been digging around some Imperial files. I've found out that your father has been dealing with both the Federation and the Empire. Okay. Did they? Do you happen to know who they were working for? All I got was a name. Somebody called Ms. Gray. Okay, I've been digging around some Imperial files. I found out that your father has been dealing with both the Federation and the Empire, notably with Senator Patrius. Wow. So he talked to Senator Patrius and... what was the other guy? Who was it? It was Admiral... yeah, that was Patrius, wasn't it? Isn't he the Fleet Admiral? Because Sassia's not all that familiar with the Empire, but she knows that at least. It's only Lavinia if it's from the Lavinia region of Anaconda, otherwise it's just sparkling imperialism. Very good. Okay. That's the way the galaxy is for most people. Yeah, it's a very dangerous place, this galaxy. Wow, he talked to... that's me. All I got was a name. That is correct, says Kamakichi. Miss Gray, I can't say I've heard of this individual. Would it help? Nor would it help pinpointing a positive ID? I haven't heard of her either. But it sounded like she or they were behind the assassination... I can't spell. Assassination attempt. Something about loose ends. Okay, so Commander Kamakichi has found some manifest files and found out something interesting. What was he carrying on that Anaconda? And what else have you found? Okay. Powerful friends he has there, Sassia. Be careful. Yeah. So, well, this Commander Kamakichi here is. They have control of 33 systems. That's a lot of help. Powerful friends. Powerful friends. Miss Gray. Still no clue on that one. Just had another request there. Is that a friend request? Yeah. Telty. I shall add you to the list. There you go. Techeron, I received a report from my carrier bridge crew that someone is racing around my carrier. I bet it's one of your individuals. Please be gentle with him. They don't really mean any harm. Someone is winding up Techeron. Please don't wind up Techeron. I get into all sorts of trouble if Techeron gets upset. The Empire and Cave Cats 2. What was that in response to? I can't remember what we said to Agnes now. The Empire seemed to have intercepted an encoded transmission with dangerous goods requested. We don't know who sent this transmission, but it was certainly directed to your father. Okay. What sort of dangerous goods? Believe me, their spreadsheets to keep track of those systems are legendarily massive. I'll drop said. Oh, he's gonna drop the cargo. Okay, so what? All right. What is it? Hafnium. That sounds radioactive to me. It's illegal here as well. See, there's a cargo, Hafnium 178. I said I'll drop said cargo. There's three particular cargoes. So there's one Hafnium, which seems to be. Does he want me to pick it up? I don't know. Or is he just sort of disposing of it here in space? Okay. It seems my message to you get tampered with by an unknown power. Maybe someone is jamming us. You can go ahead and pick it up. Okay, I'll go and do that. Why is my cargo bay not... have I got my cargo bay switched off? I think I did the other week because I had problems. There we are. It's on now. There we go. Let's go and pick this up. Not too fast, Sassia. Slow down. Okay, so she's got that cargo. Here comes another one. A SAP 8 core container. Okay. Seems to be moving in a strange fashion. I have a suspicion, but it would be silly, says Agnes. Is somebody jamming her comms? Cargo acquired. Okay, we've got that one too. Draco Neotori says, be careful, Sassia. I don't like this at all. What's this cargo mean? Okay, make sure you don't get scanned by the cops. Now Sassia gets scanned and all hell breaks loose. Okay, so what does a SAP 8 container mean then? Sassia won't have seen. And an antimatter containment unit. Okay, so this is supposedly cargo that her father was carrying. Oh, right, okay, well it's on board. For good or for ill. So we have on the inventory a SAP 8 core container, which is marked as stolen. I don't like the sound of that. Antimatter containment unit, which is also marked as stolen, and hafnium-178, which presumably is a radioactive material. And SAP 8 is very dodgy stuff. Be careful. Okay, and SAP 8 is sensitive stuff. Okay, so you guys know more about this than Sassia does. Better Hans V. Voldendamp says, better not take sweets from strangers, sweeties. I have them aboard. They're marked as stolen. What do they mean? Okay, so this is feeling a little bit sinister now. SAP 8 is sensitive stuff. Don't get scanned by the cops. It's said that the club are the ones transporting these shady goods. SAP 8 containers are pirate magnets. Okay. Who are they? Thanks for the warning. They mean you'll be in trouble very soon. Okay, so Sassia is definitely going to need this escort if we have to go anywhere. Okay. Anything is a pirate magnet. Well, that's true. That's true as well. Right, so Commander Kamakichi is still here. Okay, so far so good. Emily is still here. There we go. So I'm just doing that. Okay, now what do I need to do? Who are the club? We asked them who the club are. The club, those sneaky bar stewards. Biowaste is a pirate magnet. Anything, yeah, the pirates want your tasty cargo all the time, don't they? That's always a problem. I've only heard speculation, but they are some secret organisation that is controlling the whole human civilization. And you think my father was involved with them? SAP 8 core container holds a crystalline shard of unknown origin. A crystalline shard of unknown origin. Okay. That sounds weird. And disconcerting at the same time. Pirates are always looking out for a ship, the one with the big hull. Yes, yeah, that is also a problem. And they also see all. Okay, ship scan detected. That doesn't sound good. The ships that carry them are only military courier vehicles. Okay. So I've just been scanned by somebody. There's an NPC over there. They don't seem to be affiliated to any military force, they're just simply couriers. Some sort of secret organisation. Okay, so this is definitely getting weird. Guardian Tech. I thought SAP 8 was... They invented the club sandwich, says Surya, which state finances their operations. I thought the SAP 8 was a removed cargo that the missions used to use as an item to collect. Okay, so we've been scanned, but that doesn't seem to have caused us any trouble, so that's good. So what am I supposed to do with this cargo? I don't really think the idea of travelling... Looks like he was transporting bomb materials. Okay, that's a very rare cargo. What was he... Why would he be doing that? We suspect the club but have no confirmation. Maybe Bill Turner might know. Who is Bill Turner? Careful, police are here, says Emily. You've given me a stolen cargo. What is this? Okay, the police. He's one of those eccentric engineers. These engineers again. They are looking for a cheap courier, Hans says. Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder that myself. Maybe is Sassia being conned into carrying some stolen goods? So you may have met some of those said engineers. Yes, some of them. But this stolen cargo is making me nervous. What am I supposed to do with it? How can we find out? Well, let's just ask them that first. So actually just fly casual. Yeah, fly casual. Okay, fly casual, definitely. Anarchy 100's come online. They are not only stolen but were taken by force from the feds. Okay. So there's this thing going on between the feds and the Empire, which is Sassia seems to be caught in the midst of. It sounds like her father was involved in it, because otherwise, why would this stuff have been on? Well, assuming we can trust Kamakichi's word that this is in fact true. Just silent running, then fire off a heatsink taken by force from the Fed military. They are dangerous goods, so I'll take care of them once you have looked through them. Okay. A SAP 8 core container, an antimatter containment unit, and hafnium 178. It does sound like a bomb, doesn't it? Why would they? So unless, is Kamakichi suggesting that the Anaconda wasn't destroyed? It was sabotaged, perhaps. Let's ask him. What sort of thing you could make a bomb out of? They are dangerous goods, so I'll take care of them once you've looked through them. That is indeed correct. Okay, you think... I've managed to locate the source of the garbled message transmission. It's located on an island in the northern hemisphere of a planet called Earth. They are not sold anywhere. You think the Anaconda was transporting a bomb, or was blown up by one, perhaps? Read the extra description info on those items. Oh, good. Is there an extra description? Okay. Oh, okay. So a SAP-8 core container. This container holds a crystalline shard of an unknown origin suspended inside a modified self-sustaining fusion core containment field. Any breach of the field will result in the container's destruction. Okay. The antimatter containment unit. This containment unit safely stores antimatter, protecting it from gamma radiation in interaction with standard matter. And hafnium-178, atomic number 72. This nuclear isomer has the potential for use in devastating weapons of mass destruction. Okay, so it was a bomb. A big bomb. Where was this? Okay. So, Sassia's guess is probably right anyway. You think the Anaconda, was it transporting a bomb? A SAP-8 technobabble container. Says Golden Knight, I see you are already busy, still sorting out problems here. Whatever you do, don't crash. No, so this... They're not sold anywhere. They are components of them. Shall I drop these materials now? I don't like the idea of them being in my ship. Okay, they are components of the bombs. Very dangerous. Okay, so on their own perhaps they're not lethal, but together sounds like they are. That will be appreciated. Okay, so I'm going to drop these devices back for Kamakichi to pick up. So that's good. They're not asking me to take them anywhere. This is good. Sassia is very relieved. Okay, so jettison but I return ownership. That's not what I want. It's marked. I don't seem to have another option there. I'm just going to have to jettison it. Okay, let's open the cargo bay then. It's stolen. They're always stolen. Okay. Okay, I'll let them out one at a time and make sure Kamakichi picks them up safely. He may have some limpets, I don't know. There we go, it's out. So what's he going to do? Is he going to pick it up? Or is Emily going to pick them up or somebody else? Okay, so I would only assume the Empire and Federation caught on and decided to do something with it. So it sounds like there's a bomb involved here. The Anaconda was transporting a bomb? Does that mean... Golden Knight says he's still having problems. Clearly someone doesn't want me around. So this one time... he's in sorts of trouble. St. Michael, we wanted you to be familiar with some of the stuff you may be dealing with. Okay. Right, so... It sounds like... I'm going to drop the other one now. At least that's the stolen stuff gone. Let's do that. There we go. We'll be very, very careful if these are bomb components. He's going to shoot it. Let's hope he doesn't shoot it. Looks like Kamakichi's just picking it up, so that's encouraging. Okay, so we've learnt quite a bit here. Sassia, there's somebody after, at least somebody out there wants Sassia dead. Not necessarily all that surprising, because it sounds like the destruction of the Anaconda was planned, perhaps. Okay. But an assassin came after her, not a great assassin, but somebody tried, in the pay of somebody called Miss Grey, and it appears the Anaconda was transporting bomb components. A very large, dangerous bomb component. Okay, so I would only assume the Empire and Federation caught on decided to do something with it. Yes. You better hand them back to the Legionnaires right now. Yes, I'm definitely. They can have that back. There we are. Abandon. The bomb is out of Sassia's ship. That's good. Okay. I didn't realise you could build such a weapon, or just a component of it. They're not bombs just yet, at least that's what it seems. Yeah, so maybe you need other components too, but maybe the Anaconda had those on board. Maybe something went wrong. We want you to be familiar with some of the stuff you may be dealing with. We'll also provide full protection and escort while needed while in Imperial space. We do not like federal problems crossing our border. I hope not to be a federal problem for you. Okay, so Womble socks. What could you do to them that requires your death? Well, that's a good question. That is a very good question. I don't know. That assassin described me as a loose end. Take on. This is a very unpleasant, inconvenient discoveries about your Anaconda. I do not like that. No, that's very true. This is a very unpleasant and inconvenient discovery about your Anaconda. I do not like that. No. Me neither. Okay. I've heard the feds recently tried to do something. I heard some garbled message. Did I miss a message? There was something from. Was it Golden Light or was it? It's Golden Light. Clearly, someone doesn't. What's this? So is that Golden Light? I got garbled messages from Golden Light and Agnes. I believe you. I believe you innocent, but the feds chasing you may not be. Hence the escort. The Empire will do our best to help you solve the mystery. Thank you. It does seem as if the Federation might be behind this, or at least know something about it. Agnes says, Hafnium... Oh, Agnes. Okay, now she's actually talking to me okay. Hafnium is a silver grey metal named after the city in the northern hemisphere of Earth where it was first discovered. Draco Neatori says, I've been monitoring comms and it sounds like to me your father intended to bomb Mars High. Youch. Sassia is the fifth... Maybe Sassia is the final component of the bomb. That's very dark. Struggle to believe that, but he did lie about himself. I don't know what to think. Yeah, I mean, Sassia knows that her father lied about what he did. So what was he trying to do, and who's behind it? Okay, so we are still trying to pinpoint the source of the encoded transmission. Okay, happy to be of service. Can we do anything to help? Happy to be of service. Okay, so the Empire is standing by Sassia here, which is ironic because of course Sassia is a federal citizen, so she should be feeling way out of her depth. But oddly enough, she's finding herself more aligned with the Empire at the moment than anything else. Womble socks. I hate to worry, but when's the last time you had a full medical workup? I am a bit stressed. It's not been a good day. I would love a brandy. But the Empire are lying about all this. Well, they could be. So off to Bill Turner, maybe. Silver Grey, Miss Grey. What if her father was just a smuggler who didn't know what he was smuggling? Well, we need to pin some of this down. This is what we need to do. So we've got a potential bomb. a potential... well, there's this encoded transmission as well. We need to investigate that. So what's that about? A Musgrave. We need to find out who Musgrave could be. Big Boot says a Anaconda. Yes. Got to check for those traces of Anaconda. Yes, good point. I don't know what do you guys suggest? What should Sassia do? I mean, I don't. Bill Turner is an engineer, but Sassia's not close to unlocking him, as far as I'm aware. He's not even on the list at the moment. So that's a long piece of work to go and see Bill. Okay, Naki wanted, if you want a brandy, I still have a unit of Jacques Quintin still from my trip to Colonia last week. Anarchy wanted that. That would be lovely. At some point. I hate to break this to you so bluntly, but you may not be the only Sassia bee. Whoa. Okay. I'm sure there are others, but that's because there are so many in the galaxy, surely. I believe we have heard of pirate activity in Vequest. Kamakichi will know more. Okay, I've gotten words that there are some pirates that stolen his goods. Maybe some of them might know. Anything would help to know more. I need answers to this. Every time I try to figure it out, it gets more complex. Okay, so it looks like maybe these pirates, it's worth us, well, we can do worse. Okay, we can do worse. It's always the Federation that's causing trouble. How surprising. It seems you might be right. As much as Sassia doesn't want to admit it, it does feel like it's right. To get to Bill, you need to know Celine, and to get to her road, you need to gain some reputation from Todd the Blaster. Have I checked my family tree? There's not much left of it now. Okay, so Kamakichi is... Where are they heading off to? I'm just going to turn around here. Okay, Kamakichi's heading back towards the Akagi. Are we going to use the megaship to fly there? Is that the intention? There's an NPC. Okay, so I'm wondering if we're jumping. You might think so, but your face is oddly familiar to many you have not yet met in person. I suppose quite a few people have heard of me now. Okay, so Kamakichi, what does Sassia need to do? Wait a minute, what's the colour of Sassia's eyes? That's a good point. Well, I can show you a Hollow Me. What colour does Sassia's... What is Sassia's eye colour? Well, face, eyes. She has... Well, they're kind of grey, but eye colour mixed, according to that. So, does that help? Mixed eyes. There we are. Which one's mixed? Blue, green... She doesn't... Where's mixed? That's green. Hazel, blue, brown, pale. All just mixed. It just seems to be random, so it doesn't... Well... Has she She's got grey eyes. Are they grey? That's a very good question, actually. Kamakichi says, head to VetQuest and we may find some information. If you have a bomb question, you should speak to the engineer Liz Ryder. She's got a lot of experience. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you. Okay. Your parents have gone, condolences, but what about before that? Are there any older relatives? Not that I am aware of. No, my family line is just me now. Okay, head to VatQuest and we may find some information. Okay, so it sounds like we're heading to the VatQuest system. I will go there now. Will you accompany me? Okay, Cassandra Sarah says you're welcome. She's done some work for my faction before. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so maybe these pirates know a little bit more about this bomb. No, we don't leave the wing. I think we had a friend request. There we go. Blue Toon. Welcome to Sassia's friends list, my friend. Right, where is the VatQuest system anyway? Let's have a look on the map. 40 light years out. Okay, so not very far. So that's encouraging. Okay, so that's probably 2 or 3 jumps for Sassia's ship. Okay. Well, let's see if Kamakichi's instincts are correct on this one. The Empire hasn't done badly by Sassia so far, so let's see. Okay, off we go. We're going to VatQuest. Oh, I'm still in. I know a Miss Green, you are Miss White, and now there's a Mrs. Grey. So I know Miss Green, you are Mrs. White. My favourite colour is purple. Right, hyperspace. Are we going to send Sassia to unlock the Guardian frameshift drive booster? I don't. Where is Professor Plum? It was the candlestick. That's what we need. We need a candlestick. Miss Grey. Why am I Miss White? I suppose she has a white suit, doesn't she? Perhaps we're all wrong and she secretly works for Spectrum. Well, I don't think Sassia's got a particularly weird and wacky past. Hate to say the obvious, but it sounds like clone talk to me, Sassia. Clone talk? What do you mean? Captain Elite Colourful. Where is Miss Pink? She'll be along. May just have to carry on without her for the time being. Today's cruise ship. There we are. Sassia Angel. Captain Scarlet, yes. Captain Scarlet. Okay, yes, of course. Okay, so why have I still got a leaving wing sign up there? That seems odd. I should really be scanning things while I'm doing this, of course, which I keep forgetting to do. I blame Sassia for that. So Womble Socks is asking about clones. So Sassia doesn't know anything about any clones. Come on, somebody. Bianchi is. Oh yeah, of course. Bianchi is white. That's a very good point. Yes. I did know that, yes. Somebody needs to teach Sassia Italian, yes. Of course, Bianchi, white. Very good point. Speaking of, so that's interesting. White and grey. Where's Violet? She survived the FE2 days. Oh yeah, poor old Violet. No, she's probably long gone by now. There's a lot of NPC Bianchis after we looked for a while. Oh, that's interesting. Ultraviolet, yeah, she was... Hello. What's happened to hyperspace? Something weird's happened to... Hyperspace has gone weird. Oh, no, it's okay. What was that? I haven't seen hyperspace do that before. That was a bit strange. Oh, I'm leaving the wing, the message is a bug. Okay, nothing to worry about. Good. Okay, so we're here. Where's Kamakichi? Let's find Kamakichi and we'll just follow him, I think. It's got to be one of these. That's Emily Chambers. Where's Kamakichi? That's Crate. Oh, there he is. Commander Kamakichi. Right. Okay. That was Witcher. That was really weird. Yeah. Witch space. That definitely looked like Witch space. Commander Kamakichi swapped to his Crate. That's why I didn't recognise him. Check your transaction tab. I may have found the target. Sassia, enable your wing beacon. Okay. I will do that. Oh, it is enabled according to that. I've got the option to disable it, but it is on. Check my transaction tab. Oh, assassinate known pirate Andrea Venturi. Okay. Lavinia's Legion needs you to assassinate the known pirate Andrea Venturi from Vequis. Scan the nav beacon in Vequis or use the discovery scan to locate the target's signal source. Collect your reward. Hostile ships may be sent against you. Okay, so an FSD interdictor. Now, Sassia does not have an interdictor aboard, I don't believe. Oh no, she has. She has got one. Okay, so we better power that up then. In that case, let's fire that up. We'll switch off the cargo hatch because we don't need that at the moment. She has got a frame shift drive in. Yeah, she bought one the other week. She hasn't used it. Just disable and re-enable the. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, let's disable it and let's enable it. There we go. So that hopefully fixes that problem. Okay, so we are ready to engage in aggressive negation should you require it. Okay, well let's. Sassia's wing beacon's on. We're here in the system. We need to find. Sassia, I have the signal. Would you follow me? Emily Chambers. Yes. Okay, I've got Emily. No. There's Emily there. I've got. Okay, yes. Maybe Miss Nutter has an alias. I read about an Agnes Grey once. Okay, I'm following you, Agnes. Emily, sorry. She's accelerating away. Okay, just to disable. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm following Emily. Presumably this target's going to appear on my contacts. Not yet. Okay, let's see where Emily is going. Emily's slowing down. We need to disable the pirate first. Okay, so that's presumably going to target a subsystem. Sassia needs to accept the mission. Accept. Okay, right. Mission objection detective. Agnes' predictions tend to be surprisingly accurate, says Womble Socks. Okay, that's a good. There we go. I've got the mission. Unidentified signal source. Okay, I've got that. Okay, so hang on. Okay, so this is. We need to disable the pirate first, but do destroy any escort the ship has. Okay. Disable the FSD. Okay, so I've accepted that. There's the there's a wedding barge. It's always a wedding barge. Okay, here we go. Dandy by to drop. Let's hope. Okay, so there's no. There's a Type 6 transporter, which is clean. Can't murder a clean ship. A Sidewinder, which is also clean. Weapons ready to engage. Well, hang on a minute. These guys are clean. Oh, hang on. Where's Anduri event? Oh, right. There's one. There she is. I mean, she's in a Fer-de-Lance. And there's a Vulture. Wanted as well. Okay, so who are we going to attack? Okay, these guys are pirates. I'm going to attack only ships that I see other people attack. Right, let's get the guns out. Here we go. Whoops. Right, come on, Sassia. Let's see if we can help take down this ship. Apart from that. Whoa. Instantly attacked. Ouch. Yeah, Sassia's ship is outmatched here. Very dangerous. Turn on the night vision. I've had to run away from that. Her shields were almost drained within moments. And still under attack. I don't think a stock Cobra is going to be a great deal of use here. Time to upgrade to a Python. In fact, that ship is still pursuing her. Which one is it? That's a Vulture. A Vulture is after her. I'm going to run, because actually we should be able to outrun a Vulture. It's gone. Phew, that was close. A very dangerous space. Try and stay next to the cutters. Okay, and fly back into the direction. There's a firefight going on, I can see, right. Sassia's shields are pretty low. Okay, so that's the Vulture again. So if Sassia might as well just watch here from the sidelines, I think. Cobra is not going to help a great deal. And she'll probably make herself more of a target. This guy's shields are almost down. Okay, so the Vulture is... I'm going to wait till Sassia's shields come back up. Okay, so we're dealing with this pirate here. Let's get some shots in at the end, shall we? There we go. Have some of that. He's dead. Nice. Boom. Okay, so where's the other one? Is that the one that we need to disable? Pipster weapons. Yeah. Okay, this guy is Indikudu Matt. Okay, so he's alright. Don't need to worry about him. Sassia's only got, as you can see, gimbal weapons, which aren't very much useful when the target is spraying chaff, but I think she got hit on in there. Boom. Okay, so where's the other one? There we go. Okay, and this is the target. Disable the engines of this one. I need to target subsystems then, don't I? Where's the engines? Where's the engines? Frameshift drive. Engines. There we are. Oh, looks like I've almost got her anyway. 1%. Or are they targeting something else? Great author, terrible pilot. Yeah, no, I'm not the best pilot in the universe. Okay, so mission updated. Did we get her? Did we kill her? I wasn't even looking. Whoa. There. Ah, looks like she was shot down. That's not good. Do we lose the lead? Looks like she died. No. They were too trigger happy. There was no need to kill him. Information then, I suppose. Snape will be turning in his grave. No Harry Potter in his house. What do we do now, guys? The pirate died. Oh, we shot him down. Too many people. We should report this in and see if we can find any other associators. Well, again, your followers have proven to be 2+. We need to rein ourselves in, guys. We keep destroying the leads. We will improvise. The art of module sniping is not for beginners. I didn't even manage to hit the last ship. Okay. Where do we need to go? Put the camera away. We come in pea shoot to kill. It was a little bit like search the debris. Is there any? That's a good point. Is there anything? Focus crystals. I suppose we could head to Meech Dock and see if any other associate may be about. I don't know if these materials are... Leave the lead alive, make sure the drives are destroyed. Yeah, that was certainly the plan. Oh, hang on, I need to re-enable my cargo hatch, don't I? I might as well pick up some of these materials. Well, Sassia is learning about combat. I wouldn't say she was anywhere close to great, but she's learning. She kept herself alive. That's good. Okay. So let's pick up a few of these thingies, whatever they are. Flawed focus crystals. There we go, that'll do. Okay, so we're going back to Meech Dock. In the system map, I'm guessing Meech Dock is... No, that's Cuffy Orbital. Where's Meech Dock? Did he say which system it was in? Semius. Okay. Well, we lost our lead, so we need to... Semius isn't far away. That's good. Single jump. Okay, so let's get there. Oops. No. Cargo hatch was open. Clubber probably relieved Sassia survived the running low on clones as it is. Well, I don't think Sassia's not a clone. Well, at least I don't think she's a clone. Agnes Nutter says, Sassia, if you ever want to know more about your inner self, then I suggest any time you embark on the trip to the Alioth system and learn about the history of Argent's claim and Admiral Cracer. Okay. Tell Sassia to say that kind of information on Twitch, says Bart P. Which information? Semius, my mother was born there. Okay, so this is again is the heart of Imperial space. So Meech Dock is here somewhere. There's Meech Dock. Okay, let's go there. Commander St. Michael's already en route. Something's happened. Everyone's going woo. What's happened? It looks like we've had a raid. Oh, it's Malik again. Hello, Malik. Thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. 289. Wow. Welcome, everybody. Fantastic to have you along. We are trying to decipher. That is a big raid. Thank you very much. We've been raided. We are trying to track down a pirate. We need to quiz them. Unfortunately, the pirate we were tracking down, we accidentally killed. So now we need to see if we can find another one. But anyway, lovely to see all of Malik's audience arrive here on the stream. Thank you very much for that, Malik. Really do appreciate that. That's brilliant. And we are running an in-game story on this stream, so this is perhaps a little bit different from some of the other Elite Dangerous streams. This is a sort of live in-game story. We are helping Sassia, who's the character in the left there, to identify the people behind the assassination of her parents. That is her quest. And so far it seems that we're in the Empire at the moment. It seems like the Empire are hoping to track down some information that may implicate the Federation. We're not sure. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure this out at the moment. So it is a role play, yes. It's a sort of RPG in Elite Dangerous. But the players are driving the story with a little bit of direction from yours truly. So, but not everything goes to plan. Particularly given the game, and particularly sometimes given the way we all respond to the events that happen in the game. So we were hoping to get a lead from a pirate, but alas, the pirate succumbed to our laser fire, which was perhaps a little bit too aggressive. We didn't do anything. But anyway, thank you very much for the follow for those of you here, and lovely to see all of the people who've been watching Malik's stream. And thank you very much, Malik, for the raid. That's awesome. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's get docking requests. So in we go. I get landing pad 1. That's very cool. We like landing pad 1. Well, unkill them. Well, I wish we could unkill them. We are the rules of this role play are that we have to roll. Sorry, no pun intended. We have to roll with what the game does, and sometimes it's hard for us to get it to do. Now we were hoping to. What we do is some community interrogation is our phrase. Community interrogation of the pirate. But alas, we were trying to disable his weapons, but and his engines. Unfortunately, we rather disabled his existence, which was unfortunate. So, Commander Kamakichi on paper. Well, at least we can repair and we can restock here. That's a good thing. No more aggressive than the authorities blowing up my ship for carrying a criminal. Overkill on the White Wyvern and now on the pirate. So yeah, so we've got to be a bit more careful, my friends. We keep destroying the leads that we're trying to pursue. This isn't good. Now, Kamakichi, we're all here at Meech Dock, so I'm assuming Kamakichi. I can see all the other ships flying around here. This is quite cool. Let's turn that off for a moment. There's a lot of ships hanging around, so this is good. Now, are they going to find us? We need to leave the we do need to leave the lead alive. That's going to be help. I know pad 1. That was cool, wasn't it? Pad 1. That feels important. So, am I supposed to? Are the guys going to be looking for a wing mission? Let's have a look if I can see anything here. A mission board. So deliver some gold. There's a courier job. Oh, there's here. Assassinate a known pirate Neil. In the VAC quest system. Will that work? That's actually for Lavinia's Legion, so that may be the one that we need. I'm going to leave the guys to do that. I might have a good message. Okay, White Wyvern doesn't care about you anymore. That may be the best news I've had all day. I think it's safe to say we killed them a little. Ah, we are in luck. Our intelligence division has provided an associate. Excellent. So, right, that's good news. So now we need to be more careful this time. So presumably I've got another mission transaction. There we go. Oh no, a pirate called O'Hara. So I need to accept that. Okay, so and Sassia needs to be mindful that she's flying a Cobra and everyone else is flying a really, really big ship. Neil, a dangerous name. Well, it looks like we're after Pirate O'Hara, so that's quite a good pirate name, isn't it? Sassia never flies carefully. Full thrust through the docking bay and boost. Very bad. Woo! Almost hit a ship. Where's the... Oh, I need to go to Vaquez. Anyway, so I open the galaxy map. That'll tell me where I need to go. There it is. Hyperspace route. Let's jump and boom. No, I'm still in Maslock. Oh, it's behind the space station. How annoying is that? There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so who killed White Wyvern? Somebody crashed him in episode 1 or 2. Yeah, so White Wyvern escaped that, and we found him last week, and he gave us a message which took us to the system that we're in at the start of this episode, at which point somebody tried to assassinate Sassia. So that didn't go well, but we did get a clue that a Mus Grey is involved, and apparently something to do with the Federation. So now Sassia is hanging out in the Empire, and bear in mind that Sassia is a federal citizen. She's now hanging around with the Empire, so what the Federation actually makes of all this behaviour, I don't know, but there we go. Okay, so I have accepted the mission. What we haven't done yet is found the target. So there is St. Michael. I'm going to stay near the cutter, I think, because it's got a lot more guns. Oh, there's another raid. Wow, this is fantastic for all the raids. This is brilliant. Thank you very much for the raid. So this is Commander Rezab raided the channel with 3 viewers. Not quite as many as Malik, but very welcome. So thank you very much. Next to planet Halki. Okay, so St. Michael's turning around. Right, there we go. Mission objective has been detected, and that's good news. Where? There. Okay. Right. This time, guys, we must be careful. It's not shoot to kill, okay? It's shoot to not kill. So thank you very much for the raid, though. I much appreciate that, Commander Rezab. That's and welcome to Commander Rezab's viewers as well. So thank you very much for joining. We are role-playing in Elite Dangerous here tonight, trying to help Commander Sassia identify the people who killed her parents on a mysterious Anaconda. So I bet that poor pirate won't survive again, says Tekaron. Well, getting raided is pretty crazy. It seems like their comms are still on the fritz, but at least there's no more gunfire on the bridge. Bad news, FSD shenanigans won't have a visual. The FSD is a problem. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, this liner is in the top 1% of all the liners out there. I think it's important that we remind ourselves of that. Okay, so we're dropping into this instance. Now, we must keep the target alive. We must keep the target alive, everybody, okay? We mustn't lose the target again. This is important. Right, here we go. Okay, so these are the poor people who get hit. O'Hara, there's O'Hara. There's a vulture. There's O'Hara in a Fer-de-Lance, and there is another vulture. So 2 vultures and a Fer-de-Lance is quite heavy duty stuff for a Cobra, which is not modified. So don't shoot anybody yet, says Emily. Okay, so we're just here to keep, I don't know, kind of keep an eye on things. What do they do? None dare claim my bounty, none would be able. She's a bit scary. That's the vulture. That's the vulture. Where's Scarlet? There she is. In a wing, 4 of 4. Okay, so there's actually another ship out there. Okay, 3 vultures and FDL. Shoot until non-dead. Okay. Many have challenged me, but now they are nothing but debris. Okay, she's quite confident, assuming it's a she. She may not be. I kind of keeping the name Scarlett O'Hara in my head. Maybe that's it. That's another colour, isn't it? That's the red lady. Miss Red. We need to take care of the vulture escorts. Okay, I will follow your lead in that case. But keep the Ferdinands alive. Okay, so that's that clear to everybody. Don't kill the Ferdinands. Okay? Don't. It surprises me that people don't learn to keep away. Okay, so she's very sure of herself. But what's she actually doing? Waiting for Saint, stand by. Okay, we're just waiting for all of the wing to be here. Okay, so that 4 of us are here now. Frankly, Drew, they may not give a damn. Good point. Weapons hot, ready to engage. Are we going to attack one ship at a time, or? Okay, so I'm going to put all power in system for the time being. I know that's going to make my ship slow, but the Cobra. Right, okay, there we have. They opened fire. So Sassia's going to, I think, hang back because she's only got a Cobra and it's not even engineered. So Kamakichi is. I like the purple lasers. Has that been done for Sassia's benefit? Because she's very impressed if so. Okay, so the shields on that vulture. Whoa! Look at that. The shields on that vulture are dropping. There it goes. She can probably give us some help now the shields are dropping. Green lasers. It's really hard to see what's going on. It's very colourful. Take some of that. Target destroyed. Right, so let's get another. Well, who's attacking what next? Purple is the colour of wing fire action. Okay, well that's good. Which one are they attacking next? Okay, there's David Collins. Oh, he's gone. Okay, so is that... That's the FDL. We don't want to touch that one. There we are. Shields. Oh, that other FDL's decided to attack me. Did they go for the weakest ship? That's just mean. It's because I'm in the wing, of course. Right, that FDL is toast. Boom. Right. Okay, so now we must disable this other ship. Let's target it. There we are. Drive. There we are. Targeted on the drive. And let's be gentle here. We've got to watch the hull. Let's go in and have a closer look. Drive is still at 100% at the moment. Are we targeting the drive? Is that the correct thing to do? They always go for the cocky Cobra. Yes, it's easy target. The shields are down now. Full pips and shields for the moment. I don't think Sassia can do a great deal. Right, the drive is down at 72% now. So I've got the drive targeted. Let's see if we can help out here. %, and her hull is at 67. We need to be careful. $47.59. Sassia's ship's okay at the moment. That's good. Right, this is ooh. The third lance is able to fire at some interesting angles. It's got 2 drives, yeah, so I'm only shooting at 1. I don't think Sassia's weapons are doing a great deal to it. I'm trying to stay behind it so that helps with the attack, but whether it's actually disabling that drive or not. It's such a much more powerful ship than the Cobra. Okay, the drive is at 35%. I'm hoping the lasers are a little bit more surgical. Drive at 11%, that's good. Okay, let's get in there. Whoa! It's too busy. Apologies whoever ship that was. Okay, drive at 0%. Drive disabled. Yes, 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 we got them. We got them. Okay, ceasefire. Ceasefire. How's that ship outrunning me? If its drive's off. There we go. Closing on now. I think. Yeah, we are. It's just spinning in space, which is quite cool. She's at our mercy now. Excellent. Okay, so what do we do, guys? How are we going to extract some information from her? There she is. Oh no, she's moving again. Ah! How did she manage that? Have we got another drive we need to disable? Both of them at 0%. How could she move? Both of those drives were disabled, yet she seems to be able... No, she's floating dead in space again. Or not. What's going on? Now she's outrunning me again. She's rebooted. Ah, reboot and repair. Didn't realise the NPCs could do that. If we can just tag the drives again. I've still got the drives targeted, I think. Yeah, I have. She's quite fast though. That FTL is... I'm needing to use boost to keep up with it. Yeah, surrender. Quite right. Come on, Commander O'Hara. Sassia realises how much... His shields are back up now. Or trying to get back up. Okay, Kamakichi's giving her warning shots by the look of it. Nope, taking the shields back down. Have some of that then. Have we got her? Is the question. Where did the cargo come from? Whoa. Okay. There we are. Just disable the thrusters. That's what we've done. That's good. Why is my... come on. Right. Break the shield, but be careful. Okay, the shield's down. Trying to get the shields back up again. We are interrogating the subject. Excellent. Okay, we're getting something out of the subject. Okay, so she's obviously running scared. Let's see if I can catch up again. Kamakichi is engaging the pirate now. Good evening, folks. It's 1100 Sunshine, and welcome to the VACQuest system. I hope you're enjoying my glorious Anaconda after last week's White Dwarf mishap, the insurance fraud. I mean, generous payout terms allowed for an upgrade. Excellent. Well, it's good to hear that the 1100 tours are back. Been sadly missed. Kamakichi's talking to the pirate. This is good. Okay. So is the pirate going to tell us anything useful? Because we're not going to let her go. We are not going to let her go. Kill the power supply. I suppose I could target that. Power plant. 94%. There we go. Just in case that becomes... And we get to watch Sassia interrogate pirates. And by interrogate, I mean kill. Well, I'm following Commander Kamakichi's lead here. In terms of, he's hopefully going to get this pirate to admit something. The other ships don't look like they can keep up. It's only Kamakichi and me that can keep up with this third lance. She's definitely travelling in a straight line. Has Kamakichi got through to her yet? Emily Chambers, we got the information we need. Spare or kill? Well, she's a pirate. What do we think? Chat. Commanders in game and on the chat. Do we dispatch this pirate? She has given us some information apparently. Do we let her go? If you start shooting it, even the PowerPoint, it'll blow. Kill. Spare her, says Fosforth. Kill her, says Techeron. Sassia's running at range, actually. Revenge is cheap, mercy is rare. Yeah, I tend to agree, and Sassia is that kind of person. Let her go. She can rethink her life. There we go. Sassia's made a call, let her go. Let her go. Let's show some mercy. Sassia may need some mercy. Who knows? Disengage, says Kamakichi. Right, he's letting her go. We're letting her go. There we go. Fine, says Techeron. Weapons withdrawn. So, what did she know? This is the ultimate question. What did she know? And next time we find you, you'll meet the same fate. You will not meet the same fate. Unless she changes her ways. Hyford says mercy is the right call. I find your mercy commendable. It is rare in this galaxy. I feel I may need the karma in future. There we go. Okay, so we successfully interdicted, well, not interdicted, but dealt with those pirates. What have we learned? Have we learned something of value? I better get back to all these guys actually. Look how far up the channel. Wobblesocks, pirates deserve no mercy. They killed Madame Chalet. Wombles have no time for them. Kamakichi should have some info. Okay, so Kamakichi, what have we learned? Have we learned something? I can see him over there. I'm going to bank over to Kamakichi's ship. There we are. He's flying towards me quite quickly, actually. Let's just cut that speed down. Okay, do we need to go somewhere, or what do we need to do? Kamakichi looks like he's waiting for me. Apparently there was a distress call. Oops, too fast. Let's get lined up here. See Kamakichi's very nice crate mark 2. Right, what's he saying? Apparently there was distress call in the command Enu system, something to do with Thargoids. The pirate seems to have just scavenged the remains. Okay, so does that mean we need to go there? Apparently there was distress in the command Enu system. Okay, where's that? Command Enu. So the pirates scavenged the remains. Thargoids might have destroyed the Anaconda. It seems strange that they would come out all of that way out. Where is the system? Kamadenu. Let's go and have a quick look. I've forgotten how to spell it. Well, that's true. She could have said anything just to save her life. Okay, not necessarily, but there's certain ships seems to have the same caustic substance. So this caustic clue is here. Right, how do I spell Kamadenu? So the two are related then. More than one ship carrying bombs. Kamadhenu. Right, let's go and find that. Where is that? Okay, again, not very far away. So there we go. Let's plot that route. Okay. Do we need to go there and look? We're almost out of time. It took us longer. Do we need to go there and look? Is this where we need to stop the episode with another clue on the Thargoids? The Thargoids might have destroyed the Anaconda. No, but there's certain it will help. Let's go and look. Let's go look. Right on, Commander. Okay. We are heading towards the Kamadhenu system. Complicated names tonight. Okay, so it's going to be perhaps 2 or 3 jumps, so I can't tell. It's not too far away for Sassia. Okay, so another strange message there. Let's get a little bit of exploration in. Every little helps. Sassia doesn't have very much money at the moment, so it's always useful to know. Kamadu is the power play HQ of our Emperor. Do not touch anything. Okay, interesting, Sassia. Kamadu is the headquarters of the Emperor herself. Well, we're right in the heart of the Empire then. That feels a bit nervous. I'll bear that in mind, Commander Tikaron. Sassia never considered that she would end up in the heart of the Empire, I have to say. Home sister of our beloved Emperor Arisilla Vagni Duval, blessed be her name, says Bart. TP. We certainly don't want to alarm the Emperor herself. That would be a very, very bad move. But surely the Emperor wouldn't be taking interest. But the throne world is Akanar. Yes, indeed. But Arissa Bagni devoured comes from Kamadenu. So what would have happened in the Kamadenu system then? Surely Arissa herself can't know anything about this. That would be outrageous. The plot thickens. Ask the Emperor for asylum. Maybe that's a good idea, actually, because we kind of know that the Federation was up to something. We kind of almost need a Federation lead to get their side of the story. There's the Kamadenu system ahead. Okay. So this is more of the Summer Palace for... Okay, we're jumping into the system now. Sapphire, I'm going to have to leave you again before the end. Have fun, everyone, and don't kill everything. No, indeed. We don't want to do that. That would be bad. There's us in the Alliance too, but we have no lead in the story. We're still looking for Wyvern though. Commander Oolong. Yeah, so the Alliance is kind of conspicuous by their absence at the moment. That's very true to say. Okay, so we're here. What do we need to do now, Commander Kamakichi? Professor Siege, hello, and hello. Okay. Follow me, says Kamakichi. Okay. Where are you? Here he is. If you dock at the Inquisition station and wait in the road, it says passport application. Sassia has a full. Well, maybe she should consider. I mean, the Empire has been very helpful, but it's very true. The Alliance hasn't taken hasn't been involved yet. Would the Alliance give a different perspective on what's going on? Because who's to say? I think that's good. Maybe they would. Let's find out what Kamakichi's lead. Whoops. Sassia's doing her usual. The Alliance is not to be trusted, says Bart, from the Empire. Alliance and Thargoids, there are rumours that the Alliance wants to conspire with those acidic bugs, but that's just a rumour. Well, yeah. Tekron says the Alliance are too busy protesting their own government. Have you read the news? Well, she has actually. So there's been a lot of stuff about all of the superpowers in the news, isn't there? So, Okay, so I've just got Kamakichi's wing signal now. Has he dropped into something? Hans V. Voldendam, the Empire is not to be trusted. We're having some politics here. Okay, so Kamakichi's wing signal. And Kamakichi says, oh. What does that mean? There's a distress signal here. This may be your first time. Don't panic. What's that? Don't move. What is... Whoa! What's that? Good grief. There's a Thargoid here. Which is pointing... Well, was pointing straight at me. Unknown. Whoa. What's that doing here? Trapper says run. It's a distress call. Oh, there's a ship. Okay, so this is an Imperial ship that has been disabled by a Thargoid attack. Thargoid took my ship. Are you okay, Emily? Everyone stand back. We have been monitored. So there's a Thargoid here in the heart of Imperial space. Don't move an inch, says Kamakichi. If the pirates are interested as well. Emily says I'm fine. Okay. There may be something going on. Well, Sassia has now seen a live Thargoid for the first time. That's something to add to her list of things. Don't shoot. 2 interceptors. Scan disrupted, unable to match data. So Sassia's ship is unable to... The Thargoids are looking for something. 2 destroyed ships. So that's an Imperial Interdictor class, Majestic class, isn't it? By Anaconda, says Tekron, they will pay for this. Another visitor. There's at least 2 Thargoids there. They will not go hostile unless you do, or you get too close. So Sassia is very much going to stay away. She does not like the look of these things at all. Everyone in this area, stay away from them. I think that's very good advice. They're looking up, they're searching for... Whoo. Jumping around. A canister. Military intelligence. Hello, yes, this is Commander Sunshine. I'd like to raise my life insurance policy. What? I will try and access the Majestic's flight record. Can we get... I don't want to go any... Well, I'm going to creep in a little bit closer. We want to know what they are searching for as well. I bet we do. Scan them for data. Well, I can't scan them. They... It just comes up as unknown. Beware the Thargoids and the manipulation. It's odd for them to be here too. Sephirodon. I think I left the Xeno scanner back on. So what are the Thargoids doing here in Imperial space? Let's have a look outside here, because this is just very, very freaky. Have they gone? No, this... Where are they? This one's still... No, this one's still over there. Look, there it is. Can my camera get close to it? What are they doing? They are very freaky, these alien creatures. So there's caustic damage all over that ship. It's scanning ships. It seems that they're not finding whatever it is they're looking for. They're huge as well, aren't they? They've got some strange emission there as they're moving. Yes. Found a survivor, says Kamakichi. It's odd for them to be here. Perhaps we will need correct ships and better equipment to investigate further. Stay away from... Do not promote. Found a survivor. Okay, excellent. The attack. The Imperial ship. I've never seen a live one before, but I've been in contact with another commander I met on my way to Colonia and back. They are intimidating up close. I might contact him later to see if he would help out if we need protection. I am being attacked by them. I need to engage. Wish me luck. Whoa, they're all over the place then. Take care. These things are scary. We will need to get them to proper medical facilities, definitely. We need to leave us ASAP. Okay. I will follow you. Where are we going? Carthage has a Legion hospital. Okay. So we're going to rescue somebody, take them back to Carthage. Which isn't very far away. Sassia had no idea these aliens were in these systems. Mark a depot. Right, let's get out of there. Carthage. Okay, yep, I'm with you. I've gotten the records. We need to go. Okay, let's get out of here then. Scary stuff, and the survivor. Frameshift drive is mass locked. Come on, there we go. Many secrets have been kept from people. It seems so. I had no idea the Thargoids were around here. Well, says 1100. And he says, this stunning encounter only brought to you by the other 99% tours. Anyone who took cell phone video of this, I hope you can afford some bodyguards. There are those who wouldn't want you to see this. The radio is still flickering. So yeah, that was weird as well. All that most don't want the powers, don't want people to panic. Ouch. Okay, so that was a bit of a revelation. Oops, wrong button. There is much truth that needs to be revealed. At least the situation is stable again. Right, we're nearly at Carthage, so let's get there. The Thargoid war is about to heat up again. So was this something going on in connection with the Thargoids, with the caustic damage? Techeron says frameshift drive has obtained critical damage. Yeah, he's in trouble. Need help? We're rescuing survivors. Mark a depot. Okay. Let's go to Carthage. Mark a depot. We can talk more there. Okay. Which one's Mark a depot? Port Alicia, Radwar, Market Depot, there we go. Where did it go? Here we go. Yeah, I selected the planet, not the station. A stock cobra will be skewered on the first Thargoid. Yeah, so you can't go attacking the Thargoids. Somehow I don't think that's where the answers lie, though. So the Thargoids are certainly involved in the plot. What happened? This caustic damage that we've been talking about. But what was... And we know there was a bomb involved. Curiouser and curiouser. Let's land, because Sassia is running out of time now, so let's have a conversation with Kamakichi and find out what's... Yeah, Golden Knight, you were quite right. I did say early on that the Thargoids were a suspect. They're definitely connected. Was somebody trying to do something to the Thargoids? Was the bomb? Who is Miss Grey? What's the Federation? We've got a lot of questions. Caustic missiles. We have got a lot of questions we need to get answers to. Trouble is, every lead we pick up seems to leave us with 2 more unanswered questions at the moment. The Thargoids are in league with the Mysterons. Could be. Okay, let's get landed. Pad 34. Didn't get pad 1 this time. Maybe the Thargoids are just trying to say hello. Pad 34. Where's Pad 34? Down the end there. Sassia's flying too fast again. Slow down, Sassia. Very, very bad. Okay. We are coming in for landing. So that was a scary bit of a reveal for Sassia. I think she had seen the Thargoids before, of course, but not up close and live. So maybe the Thargoids are just trying to say hello. Who exactly blew up the Anaconda? We know the Purple Council are the ones who do the legwork, so to say, but clearly the web goes much deeper. Well, yeah, so they said Liz supplied them. Maybe she scraped some caustic weapons. Yeah, so Liz supplied weapons. The bomb components were on the Anaconda, but what's the motivation? And who destroyed the Anaconda and why? And they know we can hear them trying to implicate the Thargoids with the deaths of Sassia. Well, yeah, so I don't know. Would the Thargoids have destroyed the... Well, I mean, they certainly could have done. Or is something else going on there? Let's see what... The last message. Okay, so people don't want to panic. Let's go to Carthage, Market Depot. We can talk more there. Okay, so has my wing arrived? Okay, so it looks like they're here. Okay, survivor is safely in the hand of doctors. Okay, that is good news. Those Thargoids were terrifying. Or make it look like a Thargoid attack. A hafnium dirty bomb. Yes, it could be. Kamakichi's been speaking with a survivor. And who are those other colour reference characters? Well, we had Miss Grey at the beginning of the stream. Whoever she is. Apparently working for the Federation. I think Sassia may have to get an independent view of this maybe next week. Maybe the Alliance needs to step up, or maybe she needs to go and visit the Alliance. Just get a different perspective on this whole situation. The survivor mentions a group of ships. Okay. The survivor mentions a group of ships, says that the Thargoids weren't the ones that destroyed them. Okay. The Benita was no longer born. Okay. So who did? Oh, can't spell. Who did? The Thargoids weren't the ones that destroyed them. Have you ever heard of the tale of Commander Jameson that was carrying a dangerous cargo that went horribly wrong? No, she hasn't heard of that story either. I'm scared to ask. Some secret cargo again. Who did? Mention Bill Turner. Seems like I may need to pay him a visit then. Another engineer. The survivor mentioned the captain was talking to him prior to the attack. Okay. Where did these ships come from? We believe it's from Alioth. Okay. We believe Alioth. Should Commander Hans V. Voldendampf. Commander, you may be aware the Alliance has been with you during your whole quest so far. We are watching what else you may uncover. We believe you should visit Alioth to see Bill. He may know more. I wondered if I would have to visit the Alliance. It seems... I'm going to speak to Commander Hans V. Voldendampf then. It seems I may need your assistance. to investigate the attack on my Anaconda. Bill Turner, the Alliance, and the Thargoids seem to be involved somehow. All our information points to there. Okay, they just said sucked up the other survivors into their flower ships. Just imagine that, being eaten alive by a Thargoid. That doesn't sound good. Mrs. Gray was Johnson. Pretty sure Sharon has met all of them already. So it's best to show her the crash site so she can learn Jameson's story. To serve and to protect what the Alliance is all about. Ulon Yuanshi. Aha, so we have a chance to return the favour we owe you. You probably forgot about that by now. It's been so many stories. What is it? Okay. Your friendship will always be remembered. So, my friends, thank you very much to Kamakichi. It sounds like Sassia needs to pay a visit to the Alliance, so I think that will be our focus next week. I will get Sassia to talk to some Alliance representatives and see if we can investigate something over there. That's important. So again, thank you tonight, Kamakichi, and thank you to Emily Chambers, and thank you to St. Michael. It was very good. So that's going to be interesting. The plot thickens. Yes. So I suppose over to Commander Hans V. Voldendampf and Commander Ulon Yuanshi. Can you assist Sassia in investigating any possible Alliance connection to this story? It's going to be interesting. I better hurry up and get back from Colonia, says Ulon Yanushi. I will leave that with Hans. I would like to visit the Alliance to understand more. Can you help me? I have no power in the Alliance, says Commander Kamakichi, so maybe go and find some Alliance members. But we will provide you with escorts. Okay, so well, Sassia will stop here then in that case, and we'll see whether the Alliance can do. We will do whatever we can, says Hans. Oh, you'll be welcome to visit. Okay, so Alliance people, let me know on the Discord what you would like to do, and we can go from there. Right, fantastic. Thank you to Commander Kamakichi. Thank you to Emily, and thank you for St. Michael for an interesting tour tonight. We've had assassination attempts, we've had Thargoid eating people, we've had pirate activity and all sorts of stuff, so it's been absolutely fabulous. Thank you very much, my friends, and onwards into the void next week. So see you. Thank you very much for the raids this evening, and thank you very much for all of your company on the chat. It's been fabulous as we kind of explore these things further. So onwards into the darkness we go, and see if we can pull some of these threads together and see if we can find some answers for Sassia. Take care, my friends, and I will see you next week.